Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Psychic Medium Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. So, this week we are using the Messages from Spirits of Nature Oracle deck, and this is by Stephen D. Farmer. I've never had an Oracle deck by him, so it's kind of interesting, and I've never used this deck before, so this is the first time. It's got like a leaf kind of imprint of each card on the front, on the back, and then the cards are actually pictures of different places on Earth. They're not like drawn pictures, they're like legitimate pictures. So we're going to shuffle the deck and pull the card. Oh, this is a good one. So this is a cicada. Oh my gosh. I think I saw these when we were in North Carolina. I'm not sure, but I think so. And they were loud. They were, I remember going, what is that? And so this means your voice. Use your voice. So this week you are going to open up that throat chakra and you are going to use your voice. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to use your voice to do, this doesn't mean you use your voice to try and sway someone's opinion, because we don't want to fight. We don't want to, but we do want to stand up for ourselves, and we do want to let our voice be heard, and we do want to set boundaries. And so this is where you get to use your voice this week. So there might be a situation or something come up that you are like, you know what? No, I'm going to tell them how I feel, or I'm going to, instead of bypass, use your voice to say how you feel. If someone says, can you do this? And you don't have the capacity, say, you know what? I'm just not up for that this week. Or if something is happening that you don't agree with, or that you feel strongly against, you can voice your opinion. That doesn't mean you're going to change other people's opinions, because we all have the right to believe what we want, right? But this is where you get to use your voice. You get to voice whatever it is. Don't hold back. So if you're in a meeting at work and you have an idea, or you have something that you want to be because I remember, a few years back when I worked at an accounting firm, we would sit in meetings and I would have all these ideas, or I'd have all these, and I would not voice them. I would just kind of sit there and think, well, they all are smarter than me. They all are, better than me. But then, not better, but you know what I mean. So this week, if you have one of those moments, if you're in a conversation and someone says something and you have an idea, or you want to put your input, use your voice. Use your voice this week. I keep thinking too, if you have kids, use your voice. Like don't yell, but use your voice. That's actually kind of cool. So the cicada, signs and symbols to watch for this week are definitely, I would take cicadas, and I would take, if you're in an area that has cicadas, any kind of fly. So that includes like fireflies, regular flies, and I would even take a dragonfly this week. So any kind of fly with a kind of fly tip wing. See the fly's wing right there? The cicada's wing. And also too, any kind of plant or vegetation, any color green is going to be a good. So the cicada is surrounded by a lot of green plants. I think this is actually kind of a fern type. So any kind of fern leaf, or any type of leaf that has a fern type appearance. And the number 6. So 666 means you're too much in your head. You're thinking about things too much. You're dwelling on them. You're replaying them. And so don't do that. And if you use your voice and you say what your concerns are, or you say, even uplifting things, because I've always heard this saying where your words can build castles or they can tear down castles. And so which do you want to do? Do you want to build a castle? So use your voice to build those castles this week. Use your voice to be strong and independent and be who you are. Use your voice to let yourself be heard, and or use your voice to bring in new things to people. Or this is a positive thing. I don't feel like using your voice is like yelling at people or telling them well, it's not that way. This is just you being able to be you, be authentically you, and use your voice to do that. So this is at your job, this is in relationships. Like if you're feeling like you're kind of stuck, or you're feeling like you never speak you don't ever speak your thoughts, or you don't speak because you're afraid, or you're afraid of what people will think, do it. Try it. This, even if it's just little bits at a time. You are going to go through something this week where Spirit's going to be like, use your voice. And if you see any of these signs, any of the fern, any of the flies, any of the fly wings, any of the number 6s, Spirit's telling you, stand up and use your voice. Let yourself be heard. So I love this card. I think it's beautiful because I think that we all have important things to say in this world. We all have important things to give and this could even be like, if you're thinking about writing that book, do it. Use your voice. Tell people want to know your story. People want to know, because when you tell your story, people can, and it's authentic, people can relate and it helps that if they can feel vulnerable. So that's too. You don't have to use your voice to be strong. You can use your voice because you're vulnerable. And when we're vulnerable, then that's when people can relate to us, because we're all like that. So this week, there's going to be a time when you're going to need to use your voice. So pick when that time is, and just be like, okay, Cari told me that this is going to happen, and then watch for the signs. So I hope that helps you guys. I love you so much. I would like to see some of the signs that you get this week for this. If any of you do see a cicada, that would be awesome. So, and I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. You guys can look at that. I think I am, but because they're really loud. I remember when we were in North Carolina, I'm like, what the heck is that? So I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.